Influence, that's another topic that's widely misunderstood. First of all, people seem to assume that influence means persuading. In other words, bringing people to your point of view using reason and logic. Now, you can improve your persuasion skills. State your proposal or position briefly and clearly, and support it with no more than 3 reasons. Choose reasons which would appeal to your influence target, which may not be the reasons that seem strongest to you. But the problem with persuasion is it only works on people who respond to reason and logic. And there aren't many of those on this planet. Oh, I'm sure you do. Yeah, it's just everyone else, right? See, the trouble with reason and logic is that what seems rational and logical to one person will seem daft and irresponsible to somebody else. And they're both equally valid positions to take. You might instead assume that influence is about being assertive, in other words, using confidence and conviction. You can improve your assertiveness. State what you want, briefly, clearly, and politely. Don't give reasons, that makes it persuasion, and if people don't buy your reasons, you've lost. Equally vital, keep it polite. Say please, use a calm voice and a friendly expression. Otherwise it becomes aggression, and aggression can get you what you want, but at the cost of the relationship. So persuasion and assertion are good influence techniques that you can probably improve, but they're both push techniques. The other two are what I'd call pull techniques. The third influence technique then is drawing out, which means finding out about your target. You inquire about their point of view, you listen, summarize, encourage them to say more, check you have understood them, and most important, you keep quiet about your views for now. Focus on the target. And you might be thinking, well, how does drawing out help me influence? Well, it works in a number of ways. First of all, it encourages the target to explore their own position, their own beliefs, rationale, assumptions maybe. By doing so, they may ultimately change their position, but at least they might explore it and see, yeah, actually there's more to this than I'd first thought. The second advantage of drawing out is it shows that you have understood and listened and taken on board the other person's point of view. And if you've done that, you have the right to ask, politely, assertively, that they do the same for you and hear you out. The third thing is that by drawing someone out, you might change your own position. You might discover new perspectives and new depths that you hadn't realized before. And that's going to help the two of you work towards a common understanding and common ground. And the fourth thing is that by drawing someone out, you may understand the reasons that will influence them, so you can target your persuasion skills better with reasons that you know are more likely to resonate. The fourth influence technique is called visioning. This is describing the current situation and why it's a bit rubbish, and then describing a future situation, although using the present tense, which is more appealing. So, for example, you might say at a monthly meeting, every month we gather here and we seem to go over the same problems again and again and again. We get stuck down the same rabbit holes. And I can't help feeling that if we just put that to one side for now, if we just parked it all for now, maybe come up with some temporary fix, then we're having meetings where we're going along to really address current situations. We're resolving the resourcing issue. We're dealing with the staffing problems. We're really making progress. And it's that tension between the kind of where we are now that's a bit pants and this future vision that you're describing that can inspire, influence people to move along. Like any new technique, the first time you try it, it'll feel a bit odd, a bit strange, a bit artificial, but it's just a technique. Try it, you might find it works. So those are the 4 influence styles. Persuasion, if you have reasons that you know will appeal to your target. Assertion, if you have a clear case and can stick to it politely. Drawing out, which means exploring your target's perspective. And visioning, which creates energy by describing an attractive future. This was a video from my channel 5MTC, which stands for 5-Minute Training Courses. Please subscribe for more and maybe find my book on Amazon.